Welcome, Forrest Knight over at Extreme FX Marketing. Welcome. Wanted to jump in here very quickly and just go over some stuff. I've noticed that there's quite a few marketers and business owners and marketers and business owners and affiliate marketers who do quite a few Zooms. And what I've noticed, the biggest challenge with the Zoom is that when they send out an invite link, it's always something that you've got to go copy unless you copy and paste it somewhere and you think about that. But they're missing a huge opportunity in the fact that they should be branding their Zoom, right, with their brand name, with their company name, with a brand that reflects them. And typically that's something you can get with a domain name. So whatever your website is. So for example, I've got a website called xtrmfx.com. And from there, I'm going to show you how to brand yourself. You should be branded for everything. Your Facebook page, your Twitter account, your TikTok account, your YouTube channel, it should all be branded to you, right? So you may have a YouTube channel, but you don't want to put a long YouTube link on a business card. You don't want to put a long YouTube link. If, for example, if you just did yt.yourwebsitename.com, that's always going to be branded, or x. Your website name.com for Twitter, or for example, Facebook. You can have a Facebook link. Rather than send somebody a completely separate Facebook link, you simply forward and create a subdomain for your brand. So I'm going to show you how to do that really quick, right? This is a very easy process. Typically, you can get some domains that are very affordable, about $12 a year. There's places you can get them for a little bit less, and then of course they pay more for the next year. But through Extreme Impact Domains, you can actually get them for $12.99 a year for your custom domain that's going to be branded to you. Now, I would recommend, if you do get a brand, that unless you're a nonprofit organization, don't do a .org, don't do a .info, and don't do a .ws. I'm not going to go into a deep dive on that, but just use something better. No .infos, no .orgs, and no .ws's. There's a lot of other extensions. For example, if you use a boutique, you could do .boutique, right? So there's a lot of extensions out there you can be available. If you can get a .com, get a .com, right? So let's go over here. I'm going to show you how to do this. So you're going to log into your account. You're going to create an account. First, you're going to go here and you're going to buy your branded domain. I would recommend you get out a notebook pad and a pencil and paper and take some notes and write down notes as you go through and search for, because some of them may be gone. If you have a crazy name, like there's a family here in the St. Louis area that has a company called Sunset Ford. However, the family's name is Hoytle. Spell Hoytle for me. No clue, not on this planet until I actually saw it. I would have come up with 52 different ways to spell that. So Sunset Ford, right? Originally, when I first started working there many years ago in their internet department, it was sunset-ford.com. And I think now they actually own the domain of Sunset Ford. But if they were going to do some type of virtual online website training, right, they might want to do zoom.sunsetford.com or x.sunsetford.com or yt.sunsetford.com for YouTube, right? Something really short that people can remember, rather than, now, of course, you just go search their name and they probably find up and show up all the social media. But for marketing purposes, for branding purposes, if you're a small independent entrepreneur and you want to keep your business recognized, for example, if I was to use forrestknight.com, I do use forrestknight.com as a domain, and I wanted to send people to a Zoom, it would be simply Zoom. Or if you have a church, maybe you have a church that has a website and you're going to go online, right? Have that branded so they can simply maybe just scan a QR code as well. That's a whole nother deal, but make it easy for people to find you and then remember what your name is by getting a branded domain. So watch how easy this is. All right. So we'll do a screen share here. I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to come right over here. And this is my domain that I'm going to use. It's xtrmfx.com. You can see it's set up here. That's domain. I'm going to click on domain forwarding, and I want to do a subdomain. Now, this website, it's actually connected to a website already. That's why you don't see a domain forward here, because it's connected to a website. So I want to do a subdomain. So I'm going to come over and I want to grab my Zoom meeting link that I share with everybody, right? It's a very simple Zoom link that I have, and I want to send people to the Zoom. So I'm going to click on add forwarding. I'm going to put my Zoom. I'm just going to type in Zoom right here. Very easy. I'm going to do Control V over here. I'm going to paste that in. It's all ready to go. It's secure site. I'm going to do permanent, and I'm going to hit save. It's going to verify my identity. It's going to send me a text message and ask me if that's what I want to do. And there's my text message. So I got to type in the super top secret number, right? All right, got that done. So now that that is in there, my domain is set up to forward. So if I want to send somebody to my Zoom, I can simply do zoom.xtrmfx.com and I can brand that, right? It's easier to remember that rather than trying to remember my Zoom link. So what if I want to send them over to Twitter? Same thing. I'm going to come up here. I'm going to grab Twitter, right? You can see, I think this is, let me hit refresh there. I should be streaming onto Twitter right now as well. Let me see. Oh, something went wrong. Let me try one more time. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I am. I don't know. Anyway, there we go. I was just testing that to see. Hit copy. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to come down here and I want to add another subdomain for Twitter. So I can do this. I can put Twitter if I want to, or I can just do X, right? Because that's what it goes by now. And that's going to be my Twitter address, right? It's going to be a Twitter. It's also going to be secure. I'm going to hit save. And it's going to verify my identity. It's going to send me a text message. I'm going to put that number in here, 096391 391. Hit verify the code. And I'm off and running. And again, I can do the same thing with my Facebook page. I can come here, I can grab the URL, come back here, copy it, right? And this is simple, easy branding, right? This is Facebook, so I'm just going to do FB, right? Paste my Facebook link in here, it's secure, and hit save. So now I've completely branded everything. Let me get my code here, 462547. I've completely branded myself with that brand. So anytime I want to send somebody somewhere, all I've got to do is remember my website address, right? I don't have to remember anything else. I can send them to fb.xtrmfx.com. I can send them to x.xtrmfx.com, or I can send them to zoom.xtrmfx.com. It's all branded. So anywhere that I print that, right? Anywhere that I use that address, xtrmfx.com, right? Anywhere I use this, I can put anything in front of it that I want to. Now, of course, I've got a web page. If I go out and add an additional web page, I can actually brand that web page as well with its own independent URL. Maybe I've got a special training on that website, and I want to market that training, right? And I can create a branded URL for that specific training and point it at the branded URL. So very, very cool. There's a lot of stuff you can do with custom domains to brand yourself, to grow your business. And you'll notice XTRM Impact Domains is part of my brand that I use to brand my domain. So if you'd like to get your own custom domain, simply go to this website. It should be in the description as well. If you can't get there, it's xtrmimpactdomains.com. Again, xtrmimpactdomains.com. Go there, get yourself a domain, go and set up some custom domains, and get all your social media all on your brand so that you're branded along with your Zoom link. Hopefully this has provided some value. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. They also have an awesome customer service help. If you need help from customer service, we can definitely help you do that. I appreciate you. I love you. Hope you have an absolutely awesome 2024. Jesus loves you. Absolutely nothing you can do about that. I'll see you in the next branding tips. Bye-bye.